Right now at 6, La Crosse police is asking for help finding a missing teen. He was last seen on La Crosse's lower north side. And a Wisconsin representative is at the country's southern border to see the immigration crisis firsthand with the Speaker of the House.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski. La Crosse police is asking for the community's help finding a teenager. 16-year-old Stephen Burrows was last seen on Wednesday. He was seen on La Crosse's lower north side in the area of Milwaukee Street and Buchner Place. According to police, he was seen wearing a brown or beige plaid jacket and green snow pants. If you see Stephen or know where he is, contact La Crosse police. Wisconsin's 3rd District Congressman says he witnessed the immigration crisis firsthand this week. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy invited Derek Van Orden, representing the 3rd Congressional District of Wisconsin, and several other freshman representatives to the southern border in Arizona to speak with Border Patrol agents. Van Orden says because of President Biden's, quote, open border policies, every state, including Wisconsin, is a border state at this point. He says fixing the border is an American issue, and the nation has to control both the flow of illegal immigration and to stop the flow of fentanyl.
I sat with the Speaker of the House yesterday and watched with my own eyes illegal immigrants entering the country and infiltrating the United States of America. Essentially, the entire state of Wisconsin worth of people have either been encountered or gotten into the country illegally. That's unacceptable and it's unsustainable.
As for fentanyl, federal data says over 90% of fentanyl seizures are occurring at legal crossing points, not on illegal migration routes. In 2021, U.S. citizens made up more than 86% of convicted fentanyl traffickers. But the drug has and continues to make its way nationwide, even into the Coulee region. Back in Wisconsin, State Senator Brad Pfaff says he is confident the legislature and Governor Evers will see the most common ground on increasing shared revenue in the next budget. The state program that sends revenue back to municipalities to fund local government has had its funding cut for years, leaving local governments struggling to fund critical services like police and EMS. Governor Evers' budget proposes sending 20% of the state sales tax revenue back to local municipalities, and that would be on top of what the program has previously funded. Pfaff says local townships should feel encouraged that they will see those new funds.
They have needs and they have services, and we need to make sure that that gets done. I do believe that will get done.
Pfaff says he's also confident the next budget will get rid of the personal property tax that small businesses currently pay. All right, time to switch it up and look at a weekend forecast update with Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl.
Well, we're going to have some clouds at times, but also milder temperatures. So kind of the trade-off, because today, even though it was kind of chilly, 31 was the high in La Crosse, we had lots and lots of sunshine. 26 was the high in Eau Claire, 30 in Black River Falls, Winona, and Sparta, and generally mid to upper 20s for Decorah, Prairie du Chien, Boscobel, and Viroqua. Again, hardly a cloud in the sky all day long. Beautiful afterglow this evening as the sun just set at 5:37. What you need to know, looking ahead, clouds at times, but milder this weekend. A slight chance of light snow showers or flurries on Monday, but really have my eye on the middle of next week. Potential winter storm that could bring some snow and wind to the region on Wednesday and Thursday. Now, that's still several days out, so we'll keep a close eye on it for you, keep you informed. As for tonight and this weekend, just some of those clouds that you see upstream will pass across the area from time to time. Temperatures primarily in the 20s, 25 in Eau Claire, 28 in La Crosse, 23 in Preston and Decorah, and 24 in Viroqua. Not as cold tonight, a bit breezy this evening, so keep that in mind if you're heading out on the town. Lows in La Crosse around 23 degrees. Again, kind of a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow. Milder, though, 43, and then mostly cloudy on Sunday. Highs around 41 degrees. Again, we'll detail those more active stretches next week with my 8-day forecast coming up.
All right, thanks a lot, Bill.
Okay.
Back on the news side of things, the Wisconsin nurse accused of cutting off a man's frostbitten foot pleaded not guilty. 38-year-old Mary Kay Brown is charged with mayhem, physical abuse of an elderly person, and intentionally abusing a patient causing great bodily harm. According to police, she cut off a man's foot while he was in hospice care at Spring Valley Health and Rehab. She did it without doctor's orders and without the man's consent. After, she joked about putting the foot in her family's taxidermy shop. The 62-year-old man died within a week of the incident, but the criminal complaint didn't say the amputation was a factor in his death. Filing your taxes can be intimidating, but a Western Technical College event is trying to help ease the tension. Students in La Crosse got assistance with their taxes this morning. Western Tech employees will continue to host these events multiple times before tax season ends. They say it's important to be knowledgeable about taxes to get the most valuable tax return you can.
This is a critical service to provide to the community, primarily because there's a lot of credits that are available to individuals with lower income levels that have access to a lot of credits that, had they not filed their tax return, might be leaving some dollars on the table.
The tax assistance events in La Crosse are only open to Western Tech college students. If you aren't a student, the community is welcome to attend the event in Tomah on March 14th. We'll have more details on news8000.com. Bruce Willis made headlines this week after revealing he has been diagnosed with dementia. In particular, it's a diagnosis of frontotemporal degeneration, or FTD. This is an umbrella term for many different neurological disorders associated with changes in personality, movement, behavior, or language. According to Willis's family, his FTD is making it hard for him to communicate.
Some people have difficulties expressing language. They comprehend reasonably well, but getting the lips and the tongue to manipulate so that words come out with fluency is more of the challenge.
The Association for FTD says it can take more than 3 years to narrow down a diagnosis. Health experts say brain imaging tests are important. Genetic testing can also be done to see if a patient has a mutated gene. There are no treatments to slow, stop, or cure FTD right now, but clinical trials for medications are underway. Gunderson Health System is investing $25,000 in the future of local adults and youth. Representatives presented a check to the Teen and Adult Challenge. At a national level, the organization helps people recover from drug and alcohol addiction. A representative from Gunderson says the grant will help support a communal effort to support the Coulee region and beyond.
This is a facility and a group of people that make a huge difference in the health of the community. They are making a difference in the futures of so many people.
If you'd like to learn more about the organization's efforts in western Wisconsin, just head to news8000.com. Still ahead, being kind to others will help you be kind to yourself. Experts say doing random acts of kindness can make you healthier in the long run, as long as you don't overdo it.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough. And it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you.
Now get 2.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,500 in total savings on a Ford F-150 XLT only at your Northland Ford dealers.
No matter what kind of store you visit, no matter what kind of tobacco you ask for, it's illegal to sell tobacco products to anyone under 21. So remember to bring your ID. It will get checked. Because in Wisconsin, 21 means 21, no matter what.
With most value menus, more cheese means spending more cheddar. But Taco John's Valuest menu isn't most value menus. Now get our Nacho Crunch Burrito with chicken for just $3. Or get it with beef for just $2.
Only on the Valuest menu at Taco John's.
Get ready, La Crosse. The Monster Truck Nitro Tour Neon Experience. Monster Trucks and more. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com or MonsterTruckTour.com. Subject to service fees. 7:30 p.m. both shows this Friday and Saturday. The La Crosse Center.
Winter is here. And with winter weather come accidents and mishaps. Whether you're on your way to work, walking the dog, or out on the trail, accidents can happen.
That's why we have insurance, to help with the unexpected accidents that are not your fault.
At Bygoff and Rohde, we'll help you get the insurance settlement you deserve to pay your medical bills, your lost wages, and get your life back on track.
If you're injured, call us.
Call Bygoff and Rohde.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Downtown Main Street is helping the Coulee region celebrate Winter Days. The festivities will start Monday, February 20th. There are events for everyone from a gnome scavenger hunt to an axe throwing tournament. Throughout the week, you can take part in the Downtown Winter Photo Contest and other all-day events. Deals and discounts will be offered at downtown businesses. Now, the last day to take advantage of all Winter Days has to offer is going to be Saturday, February 25th. Today is National Random Acts of Kindness Day, and Gunderson Health System says performing those acts of kindness can have a huge positive impact on your health. From helping out a neighbor to picking up garbage, no act of kindness is too small. Gunderson health experts say that doing these acts can increase a person's life expectancy and sense of happiness. They also say not to overdo it, especially if money is an issue.
So we want to make sure that what we are doing is reasonable for, not putting ourselves in a negative position just to benefit someone else.
So many things that can be done if you want to celebrate with an act. You can do anything ranging from a good deed for a neighbor, donating clothes, buying coffee for someone, or even just being a good listener. After the break, a Minnesota town still celebrates a locally shot film that hit theaters 30 years ago. We hear from Wabasha natives that say Grumpy Old Men is a pretty accurate look at life in the cold Midwest.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. Not only has it been a mild February so far, but we have not even seen a trace of snow out of the La Crosse Airport. That could change next week. I'll detail that with my 8-day forecast after the break.
Ashley's President's Day sale is here. Shop President's Day doorbusters. Reduced prices store-wide. Saturday through Monday, the first 25 guests will receive $100 Ashley cash and a chance to win $500 Ashley cash. Only at Ashley, Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
In the Northland, the future belongs to everyone. So we created the all-time best-selling SUV for everyone, Ford Explorer. With an available 3-liter EcoBoost V6 engine that delivers 400 horsepower in one stylish package. Because the SUV of the future is made for the Northland. Ford Explorer. Drive one today. Now get 0% financing for 36 months on Ford Explorer, Edge, and Escape. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present Our Community Cares.
Escape cabin fever and celebrate winter days in downtown La Crosse. You can expect a flurry of activities from cocktail trails to a photo contest and lots of fun for the entire family. It's the UWL Art Fest, February 27th and 28th at the Lowe Center for the Arts, a celebration of the artistry and innovation that infuses the UWL campus.
For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
You've got a problem. Your furnace is not working. There's a simple fix for that. Well, simple for us. We are G&T Heating and Air Conditioning, and we are experts in fixing your furnace. We've been serving the Coulee region for over 25 years and have the best service techs in the area. They are friendly too. We service all makes and models. If you want fast, reliable service, just give us a call. We are happy to help.
Call G&T. The best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
Madison liberals are trying to take over the Wisconsin Supreme Court. That's why we need to elect conservative Justice Dan Kelly. Dan Kelly has a proven record of protecting our freedoms and cast the deciding vote to end the COVID lockdowns of our schools and businesses. Sheriffs across Wisconsin have endorsed Dan Kelly because he has a record of enforcing the law. On February 21st, vote conservative Justice Dan Kelly for Wisconsin Supreme Court. Fair Courts America paid for and is responsible for the content of this advertising.
At Ashley's President's Day mattress sale, save $1,000 on select mattresses. Plus, save hundreds on select adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 0% interest for 60 months. Visit your local Ashley store in Arcadia, Eau Claire, and Onalaska, and the Ashley Outlet in Arcadia.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
It is muddy trail season, and La Crosse's Parks and Rec Department is asking everyone to stay off unpaved trails. Wet trails are more likely to be damaged if people use them. Footprints and ruts from bikes can contribute to erosion and rough, bumpy paths. If you're on a trail and realize you're leaving tracks, turn around and leave the trail alone. If you want to check trail conditions before heading out, you can visit the Parks and Rec or Aura Trails websites. And nice weekend in store for us in the Coulee region. Let's head over to Bill with the latest.
Yeah, we will have to deal with some clouds at times, especially on Sunday, but temperatures will be milder than what we saw today.
There we go.
So that's kind of a trade-off because I don't mind days like today where temperatures are chillier, but boy, that sunshine is always nice to see. A lot of blue sky as well. Beautiful afterglow this evening as the sun just set not too long ago at about 5:37. 31 degrees was the high, 10 the low. So a rather cold start. Our average low, though, is 15, so not too far off of that. Average high is 33, so again, pretty close to that as well. Look at the record high, 64 degrees. That would feel nice. That was back in the 80s, and just 2 years before that, we set that record low of 26 below. Again, no rain or snow. And again, here's what I was talking about for February. Goose egg, not even a trace of snow, so that puts us about 6 inches below average for the month. We could start to change that trend, though, heading into next week. 28 degrees with a clear sky. Feels like 18 with a south to southwest breeze at around 10 to 15 miles per hour. 25 for you folks in Eau Claire with a wind chill of 15 degrees. Current temperatures, again, not overly cold, but seasonably chilly across much of the Great Lakes. Many spots in the 20s, including that 28 in La Crosse, 27 for Black River Falls and Sparta, 24 in Viroqua. Also 24 in Prairie du Chien. Again, winds out of the south and southwest, 10 to 20, even gusting higher than that at times. So keep that in mind if you have outdoor plans or heading out on the town for maybe dinner tonight as you walk to those restaurants from your vehicle. Yeah, it's going to be chilly. Wind chills of 8 in Preston and teens for wind chills in many spots. So skies are clear. We'll see some passing clouds at times overnight and into tomorrow as this Clipper system passes by well to our north, but high pressure in full control for much of the country, and that's going to keep us dry through the weekend. Sky Tracker will show again some clouds as we head into tomorrow morning, then kind of a mix of clouds and sun for our Saturday. And then as we head into Sunday, a little bit more in the way of cloud cover, but again, note the lack of precipitation. So I'm expecting dry days both tomorrow and on Sunday. Temperatures, again, will be milder tomorrow. In fact, highs in the lower to middle 40s, right around 43 or 44 degrees in La Crosse. In fact, most spots will see highs between about 40 and 45 degrees, maybe a couple spots in the upper 30s. And as we head back to the north, that's where the coolest readings will be, up towards Ladysmith 38 degrees, Bloomer at 38, Chippewa Falls 39, and Eau Claire, you'll top out around 40 degrees. So for tonight, clear to partly cloudy, not as cold, lows around 23 degrees. Again, kind of breezy this evening. Those winds will kind of die down a bit after midnight. Mix of sun and clouds tomorrow, milder, highs around 43 degrees, mostly cloudy on Sunday with a high of 41. There's a slight chance of light snow showers or flurries on Monday, 36. A chance of snow Tuesday, but mainly not until late in the day or Tuesday night. And then the potential winter storm that I'm tracking for Wednesday and Thursday of next week, and also some wind with that, 29 on Wednesday, 24 on Thursday. And as of now, that would definitely bring some accumulating snow to the region. But as the last 2 weeks have shown us, you don't want to put all of your eggs in a basket 5 or 6 days out, because those storm tracks can change. The energy for this storm system, not even close to being over land yet. So my advice right now, just stay tuned for updates, and of course we'll keep a close eye on it and keep you informed.
All right, Bill Grahl tracks it all, as always. Thanks, Bill.
I like that line.
It's here to stay. Well, hey, 30 years ago, one of the most Minnesota movies of all time hit theaters. We're talking about Grumpy Old Men, a classic that seems to stand the test of time. John Lawrenson shows us why Wabasha keeps embracing the film 3 decades after its time on the big screen.
We're really like a driftless little river town. That one's pretty worn.
It's how Abby Oxendine describes the city she was born and raised in. Wabasha is known for the Mississippi, its eagle population, and a certain cantankerous movie.
Why don't you tie your shoelace? You'll fall on your stupid head.
Anytime that somebody asks who I am and where I'm from, and I tell them I'm from Wabasha, it's always, oh, the Grumpy Old Men. That's what everybody knows Wabasha is. Everything is just so Grumpy Old Men focused that you just become accustomed to it.
That includes Brenda Pearson's bed and breakfast and her brewery, Hoppy Girl.
So pale wheat, chubby chipmunk, for 30 years, it's a pretty big deal. It's huge.
It's notoriety this town never expected.
See you later, Gustafson.
Grumpy Old Men was released as a romantic comedy based on the lives of fictional feuding neighbors John Gustafson and Max Goldman, played by the odd couple, Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Man's crazy, loco.
The two trade barbs and pranks throughout the film as they fight over love interest Ariel Truax, played by Anne Margaret. The movie's characters live in Wabasha, but very little of the film was shot there, though Slippery's Bar and Grill does get a shout-out. John, Max, and Ariel's houses were shot in St. Paul, and all the drugstore scenes were filmed in Faribault. But that hasn't stopped Wabasha from holding a festival in honor of the old Grumps.
Actually, Mark Steven Johnson, who wrote the movies, called me, and we had 4 rooms left. He took them all.
He booked them for the town's 30th anniversary festival at the end of the month. Naturally, there's an ice fishing tournament, a grumpy plunge, spaghetti and chili feeds, and of course, a lot of plaid.
That weekend, it'll be a sea of plaid around town.
As future grumpy old men ourselves, this is what we have to look forward to. Flannel, and then also hats with little ear flaps and stuff, correct?
Yeah, I see it now.
The festival also draws a lot of visitors from Red Wing, which is where Jesse Stewart manages Cinema 8. The Snow Angel scene was shot up the road at Memorial Hill, and Jesse remembers it well.
And I remember seeing the Warner Brothers truck and the crew driving through that area.
Can you believe it's been 30 years?
No.
Blaine Marcoux was a studio mechanic for the movie and its sequel, and he got to know the actors.
Oh, they were just very personal people.
From its timeless one-liners,
Up yours, Gustafson!
to its timeless pranks, like putting a dead fish in your rival's truck.
You have some power in this town. Have you passed an ordinance that no dead fish are allowed in vehicles?
I haven't, you know, and I don't know that I want to, actually.
It's fun to have that possibility at any point, right?
Yeah.
The town has watched the grumpy old men age well. People here will be the first to tell you that the movie didn't make Wabasha. Rather, Wabasha made the movie.
It's not a false Hollywood version of this part of the country. I think it's a very honest portrayal of it and a great story of love and friendship.
Absolutely. And the Grumpy Old Men Festival happens the last weekend of this month. Mark your calendar. Coming up in sports, two of the area's biggest rivals going head-to-head tonight for the second time. Central and Onalaska in a rematch of their instant classic 4 weeks ago. Rob's in next after this.
Visit the Early Bird Home Show, going on now at the Ford Store Home Improvements. Lowest prices of the year on your 2023 project. Windows, bathrooms, and more.
I'm voting for Judge Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
She believes in our freedom to make our own decisions when it comes to abortion.
Extremists want to ban abortion,
even in cases of rape and the health of the mother.
Judge Janet Protasewicz is the change Wisconsin needs.
Right now is absolutely the best time of year to buy furniture, and Slumberland Furniture is the best place during our huge President's Sale. Come see our special offers throughout the store. Plus, special financing is available for convenient monthly payments. Check out our incredible doorbuster deals on now, like this love seat free when you purchase the matching sofa for only $5.98. Plus many more great doorbusters. Start Saturday. They won't last long, so hurry in. The President's Doorbuster Sale while they last.
Man, running out of hot water, that's like running out of gas during a race.
You got that right.
That's why I'm getting a Richmond water heater, man. They're dependable.
A real winner.
They got everything here, too. And the prices, they're low.
Come to Menards. Check out our huge selection of Richmond water heaters in stock today. You'll save big money now. Low prices, lower energy cost.
Man, what an awesome store.
I'm proud to have them as a partner.
Let's go win some races from Menards.
Let's do it.
Save big money at Menards.
Where will your new Chevy take you this year? Anywhere. Find new experiences. Find new roads. Get 2.99% financing for 5 years on all 2022 Silverado 1500 pickups, or get $1,250 cash allowance on this Silverado with a 2.7-liter engine. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance.
A former prosecutor, now circuit court judge, Janet Protasewicz. On the Supreme Court, she'll be a common-sense judge. She believes in abortion rights, fairness for all, and protecting public safety. Janet Protasewicz for Supreme Court.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Exactly 4 weeks ago, two of the area's biggest rivals put on one of the best shows we've seen all season. Central Onalaska Round 1 was an absolute thriller, and if their first matchup is any indication of what we're going to see tonight, buckle up. The Riverhawks and Hilltoppers put on a classic at Central High just 4 weeks ago, two of the best in the MVC, going back and forth all night. It was Central's Henry Meyer hitting the game-tying three at the buzzer to send this one to overtime, but in the extra frame, it's Onalaska having the last laugh. TJ Stutley winning it for the Hilltoppers in OT. Onalaska getting to celebrate on Central's home court. But tonight, the scene shifts a few miles north. Hilltoppers are at home tonight, but Central's looking for some payback. These two rivals have been neck and neck all season. Onalaska perfect so far in conference play at 10-0. Riverhawks right on their heels at 9-1. So a share of the conference title up for grabs for Central tonight. In the WIA coaches poll, Hilltoppers sit at 7th. Riverhawks are at 9th. Should be another thriller tonight. We'll have the highlights for you in a jam-packed edition of the News 8 Now Highlight Zone coming up at 10. Tonight is filled with high school hoops, but tomorrow is a big day on the wrestling mat. We've got over 130 wrestlers, both boys and girls, trying to punch their ticket to the state tournament. For our Division I teams, they'll be at Eau Claire North, both Holman and West Salem Bangor, hoping to make a lot of noise as they're sending 13 wrestlers each. In Division II, we've got 5 different area teams. Over in the Wisconsin Dells, Prairie du Chien will have 10 wrestlers competing, and GET Melman will have 8. For our Division III, our own Cade Overton will be in Richland Center, getting highlights from 16 area teams and over 60 wrestlers. Aquinas had 9 first-place finishers last week, looking for more of the same tomorrow. On the pro side, good news and bad news for the Bucks last night. Milwaukee is extending its winning streak to 12 games with a 112-100 win over the Bulls, but the two-time MVP had to leave early after this play just a minute into the second quarter. Giannis crashing into the base of the basket. He'd go into the locker room. His night was done. It's been diagnosed as a sprained right wrist. Giannis' status for the All-Star game Sunday is uncertain at the moment. It's kind of a blessing in disguise almost, because if there's any time you don't never want an injury to happen, but if it's going to happen right before the All-Star break is a good time because he has another 7 or 8 days to nurse it. I don't think he should play at all.
Oh, yeah.
And God, team's more important, obviously.
Absolutely. And we've already seen so many All-Stars get subbed out for reserves for the All-Star game. So,
what's one more, right?
It's just a spectacle anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah, heal up, Giannis. The Bucks need you.
We need you. And we need a great night of the Highlight Zone tonight. So many games. I can't wait till 10 o'clock.
Jam-packed.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
You got it.
We'll be right back after this.
Used car prices have dropped an average of 10% from last year's high. With live market pricing at Dahl Auto and the area's largest inventory with over 330 pre-owned vehicles, now is the time to buy. Start shopping at dahlauto.com.
Time is running out on the area's best furniture sale. It's the final weekend of the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find incredible savings on furniture from Flex Steel, Stressless, Lazy Boy, and Daniel's Amish. More choices, better values. Only at Drury's will you find store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. But you'll have to hurry. It's the final weekend of this store-wide sale. It all ends Monday at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Asher Lasting Exteriors has been committed to craftsmanship, innovation, and outstanding customer service as Western Wisconsin's premier window and door replacement experts. Our superior quality, energy-saving windows and doors from trusted brands like Renewal by Andersen and Provia are skillfully installed by certified technicians and are backed by some of the strongest transferable warranties available. Experience window and door replacement at its finest with Renewal by Andersen and Asher Lasting Exteriors. Visit goasher.com today.
In every department at Dahl Auto, you'll find people who've been in the industry for decades. In over 100 years at Dahl Auto, we've learned to value experience. After working with our team, you'll value our experience too. Dahl Auto, simple.
Crystal clear shot this evening. That's Venus, by the way, under the A in lacrosse there. Clear to partly cloudy overnight, not quite as cold, a low of 23. This weekend it will be milder. We'll have to deal with clouds at times, especially on Sunday. And again, stay tuned for the latest on that potential winter storm next Wednesday and Thursday.
Thanks a lot, Bill, and thank you all for joining us tonight at 6. Enjoy the Highlight Zone coming up tonight at 10.
Can't wait.